I'm here with author Erin Siegel. And Erin, you have a great idea for making a leather wrap bracelet. These are so pretty.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and it looks really easy to do.
It is, it is. It's a fun project.
Okay, so what kind of materials are you using?
We have here a deerskin leather lace, and it's about a yard long. And then I have these crystal dangles that I'll be adding, and we have some fold over ends, and a spring ring clasp, and some jump rings.
All right, so pretty basic supplies, but you want to assemble all that first so that it goes really fast.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is how we get started, and the first thing I do actually is put on one of these fold over ends. And what I really like about these fold over ends is that they have this texture on them. And the texture is really great because not only is it decorative, but it actually helps your tool to grip the finding.
That's a good tip, to look for those textured ones. I like the antique brass finish too. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's nice. And I also like that this finding won't show your marks or mars that your tool might make because of the way it's finished.
Yeah.
So after you get your fold over end on there, you would then attach your clasp. And I have a spring ring clasp here.
So you can just open the loop that's on the clasp?
That's right. You would just open it up just like you would a jump ring. And slip that on there. Close that up. And then once you've got that on there, then what I like to do is lay the leather lace with the wrong side facing up. So whichever side you want that to be. And with your pen, you're just going to mark. You measure from the end of the finding, and I measure 3/4 of an inch, and then 1.5 inches from that mark.
Okay.
And you would measure 1.5 inches from there all the way down.
And we'll make sure that we have the measurements on our website too.
All the way down the length of the leather there. And then you would take your leather punch.
And this looks like a pretty small leather punch.
It is. It is a 1/16 inch punch, and we're working with 3/16 of an inch leather lace.
All right.
So it works really well with this. So you would punch out all the holes that you made. Oh, and then the other thing is with the leather punch, sometimes you'll get like this little plug of leather that doesn't quite make it out. So you just want to take a little pair of scissors and snip that off. And it kind of cleans up that hole for you.
Perfect.
And then what you'd want to do is take your jump rings. We've got 5mm jump rings here, and our crystal dangles.
Those are so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, they're really fun. Makes it nice and fun, and there's lots of movement to the piece. Okay, then once you get it through, then you put your dangle on there.
All right.
And take another pair of chinos and close up the jump ring, and you always move in a back and forth motion with the jump rings. So then once you have all that completed, you have something that looks like this with all your dangles on there.
Looks great.
And then what I like to do is make a little chain extender, and all I've done here is just take the 5mm jump rings and connect them together.
Yeah.
And then you would just take another jump ring.
Hook it onto the end. You know, that's perfect, especially if you don't know what size wrist the person is who's going to wear it.
That's right. I always like to make things adjustable. It's nice. And then it also gives a nice finish to the piece.
Yeah.
And you can have like a little dangle. You'd put your extra dangle that you have here onto the end.
This looks great.
Thank you.
And you can make it in your favorite color.
Fun.
Make it goes right along with everything.
You could do it in any color. I've got some different colors here. There's a turquoise leather with another crystal there. There's brown leather with green crystals, the red, and then you can also do a necklace. You can also wear it as a necklace.
It looks great that way. Now, is the necklace also the same number of wraps as this bracelet? So you start out with a yard?
That's right.
Oh, it looks so good. And you can add beads. I love the beaded dangles that you made. Can you show us quickly how to make a beaded dangle?
Absolutely. So I have another sample here that has the beaded dangles and some charms. You can also add some charms. So to make a beaded dangle, you would just take your head pin, thread your bead on. And you know how everybody does their wraps
That's right.
different, but
Yeah.
I like to take my chain nose pliers and then push my thumb over the top like that. Then you want to take your round nose pliers, and I bend up over the top of the pliers and down, and then move into the bottom jaw and come around.
Oh, okay.
And then I take my chain nose and hold on to my loop and wrap around.
And then are you going to use a jump ring to attach it to your bracelet?
That's right, yes. And then you would
You get
trim
some extra
that.
movement there.
Yeah, you trim that off and you'd add it to your bracelet. And you can also add charms too. Add some charms with the jump
Yeah.
rings and add your beaded dangles.
Yeah, so there are lots of ways that you can get some bohemian charm and dangle and movement going on there.